In this video series, I'm going to show you how you can use other people's creativity and the YouTube video editor to create your own videos and use them to leverage the traffic you can get from YouTube. Okay, now the first thing we're going to be looking at is videos that are used with the Creative Commons license. In other words, they set their license to Creative Commons when they upload. Now let me just show you what I mean here. I'm going to upload a video into my account here. Okay, so let's upload a video into here. And we will select from our computer here. Okay, so I'll just upload this one as an example. Okay, so we can fill out the usual stuff here. But over here, you'll see license. There's a standard YouTube license, and there's a Creative Commons attribution license. When somebody uploads and uses the Creative Commons attribution license, they give permission for other people to use their videos or portions of their videos in their productions, as long as they give them credit for those videos. And I'm going to show you how you do that in the upcoming session here. Okay, so that's what happens. People choose a license, and if they choose the Creative Commons license, then we are allowed to use those videos to our advantage or use them in our own productions. And the way we do that is we use the YouTube video editor. Okay, so let's go here, and you'll see Video Manager. We want to go there. All right, and then up on the top here, you'll see Video Editor. Okay, so YouTube provides a simple video editor. Down here, we have a timeline where we can import videos through YouTube into here, and then we can do some editing functions with that. Up here, this is where we can name our project. This is where we would publish it. And then down here, if you want to add an audio track as background music, you can do it here. Okay, now you see that our video has appeared in here right now. But what we want to do is target other people's videos. You see this CC button here, that means Creative Commons videos, as you see in the pop-up there. So you click on that, and now we get videos that people have specified the Creative Commons license. Okay, now what we can do is search Creative Commons. Now the idea here is to do a compilation of several videos and make one useful video out of those. Now there are several things you can do to the videos as you bring them in. So let's first decide on a topic. And usually these are going to be tips videos. Remember, they're going to be from different creators, so you may have different voices on them, but that's okay. You're looking for specific tips in specific videos, and that's why we have the editor to take out the parts we want to take out and keep the parts we want to keep. Alright, so let's do one on funny animals. So for instance, if we had a blog on funny animals that we wanted to put videos on, we could take other people's videos and compile them. Okay, so let's say funny animal. Let's say funny animal. There's several ways you can search here. Okay, and then you will get the Creative Commons videos coming up here. Okay, so what you do is you find a video you like, and what you have to do is bring one in. So let's pull it down into the timeline here, and you'll see that it will appear over on the right hand side. So you can then play it through and see if you like it. Okay, now if you don't, you can just put your mouse inside here and you'll see the X up in the top there. Click that, and the video is removed from the timeline. So it might take you some time to find some videos that you want to use, but all you do is bring them down, and then play through and just grab the portions you want. Okay, so you can speed through here a little bit. Okay. So I'll just bring one in here. Okay, now one good thing about this is that if there's a title clip at the beginning that you don't want, you can move the slider here and it will start where you see the red there. It'll skip that part and start there. Okay, so like that and like this. So you can cut pieces out of the video just by telling it where to start and where to stop. Okay, so let's just go to near the end of it and make sure that there's no credit video in there. We don't want credits from other people showing up. Okay, but if there were, you could just pull this back. And then you would have that portion of video you want to use. Now there are some things you can do in here. You can rotate the video, and then we have video effects. Now there's a few things you can do in here. Let's just pause this for a sec. So you can change the brightness and contrast manually here, or I'm feeling lucky, we'll adjust it automatically. So if we click on that, you see that it has changed. You can also make it just black and white if you want, or you can stabilize the video. So if it's jumping around, you can click stabilize. Okay, now down here it says preview effects side by side with original video. So if we click on that now, you'll see here's the original and here's our enhanced video using the video effects. Okay, so we can save this. And now we have our first part of our compilation in there. Okay, so let's go back, make sure we're in Creative Commons here, and let's do funny cats. Okay, now the same thing applies here. We want to bring in the video. Okay, and then we can play it through. Now you see that this one has text up at the top here. So we're not going to want to use that if it's all the way through. It looks like it probably is. Yeah. So we can just delete this. Now one other thing I didn't show you over here, if we go back to the first video, you click on this right here, and now you can add text to the video. Okay, so we could put here my funny animal clips. Okay, now what we want to do, since it's too big, is go make it a little bit smaller. You see we're still got the preview side by side. Now if it's still too big, we could take the word my out of there. But there you go. So now it'll play this all the way through this clip. So let's save. And there is the caption on the front there, or it actually goes all the way across. Okay, so this is what we do. We find another one now. Let's go funny cat videos. Let's pull this one down. Okay, and then you can do the same thing again. We're going to look through it and we're going to find areas that we want to use and areas that we don't. So we don't have to start at the beginning. We can drag the timeline across like that and start partway through. Okay, so say we want to stop it there. Okay, so now we drag this back until it's in the area that we want here. Now, if we hit play here, it'll only play this blue part, and that's the part that's going to be in our video. Okay, so that's the piece we selected, and that's all it plays. Now, between these, what we're going to want to do is do a transition. So if we go up here and click here, you can use any of these transitions that you would want to put in there. So we got, as you see, you got wipe, cross, any of these. So you can just experiment with them and see which ones you like the best. Okay, so we just put that transition in there. So now, if we go through, so it's playing our first one with our My Funny Animal clips on it. And then it'll play through to the end of that. It'll put our transition in. Okay, you saw the heart come out. That was the transition. And then you can make the transition bigger or smaller if you like as well, just by dragging it here. Okay, and then remember we haven't done anything in here yet, so we can click on this now. And again, we can choose what we want to do here. So if we want to change the brightness and contrast, either automatically or manually, we want to stabilize the video, and then preview side by side. By doing this, you get a good idea of what your new result looks like. Okay, and then when you're happy with that, you save. Okay, now instead of having My Funny Animal clips on here, we could go back here and we could put something meaningful in here, like our website. Okay, like that. And you can also do the same or different on the next one here. So if we wanted to go in here, we could put any other text we want in here. Enable it and put something else, or just leave it out if you want. Now notice up here, we also have a text type of box. We have centered title or a banner. Okay, so we can put a centered title in here. Okay, so there's our title text. So now we can put a title right on the front. Or whatever your website is here. Okay, like so. Now here we can select our font color. And of course, this is our size here, so we can change that as well. So we can change our font color, say to yellow. And then when you're happy with that, you can just click Save. Okay, so there we go. Okay, now the other type we have here is a banner. Okay, so let's pull the banner down here. Okay, and then we're going to need to change the size. And we can make it yellow again, or whatever color you want here. And save. Okay, so let's play here. Okay, so as you see, it overlaps. Actually, we should put it on the other side of the transition. So let's just drag it over there. Let's okay, let's play there. Okay, it was pretty short duration there, but you can again stretch that out. Let's just go to here. Okay, so there's an example of a longer one. Okay, so you usually want to keep that pretty short. So you can experiment with these and see how you want to use them. Okay, and this would be a title clip, of course. So rather than using this, what we would do is delete this one out of here. And then we would move the title clip over. Now you can also put a title clip between two video clips if you want. So we could say dog tricks, cat tricks, and so on. Okay, so that gives you some ways that you can separate your videos using titles. Okay, now you notice here, this will zoom the timeline in. So if we grab a hold of this, you'll see that we can spread the timeline out down here so that we have more control over when we're shrinking the timeline or the clips on the timeline. Now one last thing here is music. Okay, this is for background music. So what you can do is you can add the audio clip. Okay, and that is down here now. This is going to be the background clip. Okay, so if you play this, of course you'll be able to hear it. Now here we have the volume, so you can set the volume down. Okay, so now it's favoring the original audio, or it's going to favor the music. So depending on what you want to do. So if there's already audio there, you want to cover it up, which maybe in this case we do. Since we have different voices going on here, this is what we can do. So now what you could do, of course you can check which ones you want to use. If you click here, it'll play it for you. So you can pick the one you like the best. So pick something that goes along with what you're doing. It's a good choice for a soundtrack. Okay, so say we're going to use this one now. Plus. And there it is. Okay, so now if I were to play the video with only the music, rather than background music, if I go and play it now, you won't be able to hear it, but I will be able to hear the music rather than the people's voices when it gets through there. And in fact, that is what I'm hearing. So now I have replaced the original soundtrack with music. Okay, so that's how you can use that to overwrite people's voices that were in the original clip. Okay, so at this point we have done all that we can do with the existing videos, but what we can do is enhance it with our own videos, and I'm going to show you how to do that in the next video.